Good day, my little teacups. Welcome back to Stories, the Path of Destinies. I am your host, the Over Englishman. Now, we have a choice before us, don't we? We have to either go and massacre absolutely fucking everybody, or we can listen to the voices and go to the mountains, but I don't really see what that's going to do, because surely going with the stone is the better option. Giving the stone what it wants is going to turn us into an old god and make us superpowered and, yeah, all that grand jiggery-pokery that's okie-dokie-cokie. The distant voices, I feel, are probably like Reynardo's consciousness trying to fight the stone. So I'm going to go with what the stone wants.
Reynardo called the rebel council to let them know to gather their forces. Then he killed a far speaker toad. Why? Oh, because to make sure his sword was sharp. Oh no, that's awful. So no one else could use it. Yes, that's it.
Excuses, excuses.
The ruins and a secret rebel base.
And we'll kill all of them. I really want to see if that happens. I reckon we're probably going to kill all the rebels. Poor stupid Lupino. Just more bones to pave the road, I'm afraid.
With ravens. Probably looking for the secret base, Reynardo thought. But then he realized they're probably looking for me. They must be very scared of me. Well, here I am.
And here to rock you like a hurricane.
Whispered the Iblis stone. And he had to agree with it, for once. Who was as good as Reynardo?
Zenobia. Pretty much. That's the only person. Like, and Zenobia doesn't even fight fair. She cheats.
Not Zenobia. Hypatia, the kid's mother. Reynardo had never thought he'd date a librarian. He'd always figured himself for the barmaid type. But then, he'd never figured the library of Ubar would have comic books, or that Hypatia would know anything about them. He missed her.
Oh my god. Oh, I like Reynardo so much more now. That's his criteria? He has to... Oh, that's lovely. Oh, it's a shame that he's totally evil now. Almost. I mean, can you argue with this level of destruction?
They looked so... Reynardo was so happy. The stone was the best friend he'd ever had. Really? Who would bury such a treasure in the desert? Soon, he'd go rally the rebellion and usher a new age for the islands of Erda.
Oh dear. Poor Foxy, poor Foxy. You're gonna just lose your hand at the end of this, mate. The Iblis stone is gonna have to be cut from you, and then you'll end up...
Wouldn't his gauntlet look swell with that jewel in it?
Then you'll just end up as an attraction at a pizzeria. Gone mad with power. Murdering random security guards. You poor man.
You are the best around. Let it make you emperor. Come to think of it, Reynardo thought as he put down another raven, why shouldn't I be emperor? How did anybody get to be emperor anyway? By making war. Not counting the transcendent emperor, obviously, who had banished the lost gods in the start of time. Yes, he should be emperor. He would make a great emperor. Right, Stone?
This is... Okay, this is genuinely starting to get a little creepy. I mean, look at this vase. It just took too much damage. Reality's destabilizing. Not again! What is it with these magic stones and breaking the world?
Hey, didn't I just kill your brother?
I don't know, actually. Are these ravens related? That would be a little awkward if they were, but... How do we know? Keep going, keep going, keep going. Slash! Slash! Oh, level up. Yeah, baby. We need an altar. Now! I need more power, damn it! Ow! Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ha ha ha! Gogglers are no match for me! Not these days! I'm
Tell you
Super
have a lovely
Fox!
eye? No?
I'm a fantastic fox! Fantastic Mr. Fox! Yes! Onwards we go!
The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
It'll be on fire when I'm done with it, mate! Let's go! Massacre! Death! Destruction! Blood! Yes! Oh, I like it. I like it. It's like when you've spent ages in an RPG fighting against things and struggling, and then finally you get to the top level, you've got the best magic, and you can just go back and massacre everything. It feels amazing. More death out. Oh, you cheeky little bugger. An ant wants to fight the boot. They'd barely laid a claw on me indeed. If these ants want to go up against the boot of fate, then let's go. But first, break all their pottery. Yes! You will never have a record of your kid's art education. No! Except for maybe a macaroni necklace, which I will cut from your neck. Because apparently evil stones like macaroni.
He could feel its secret power.
Why would I want a critical chance rock when I've got the ultimate death stone? Oh my god. This is basically a death note thing, isn't it? It makes you go a little bit crazy with power.
Reynardo strode into the council.
And then through the council.
Let's make me emperor. They looked confused and nervous. Ah, had he mentioned the emperor thing?
Whoops.
Yeah, he meant to bring that up later. I mean, let's go win this rebellion. He waved his sword around encouragingly. They ran. Cowards. He'd stop them.
Oh.
Cut down a few to inspire the others. But soon, there was no one to cut down. Well then, he'd have to attack the fleet alone.
Are you kidding me?
War for me, he said. Unless it was the stone that said it. Traitors. Traitors, all of them. They'd run rather than following him, rather than cheering him. What should he do to the cowards? Anything he wanted to. After all, he was a true hero, the best warrior there ever was. No one could stop him now. But first, finish him.
Really?
The Emperor, that is.
Really? Mortal Kombat puns now. I love how the pun material's gotten darker as the story's gotten darker. Oh.
Where was the rebel fleet? They weren't even trying an assault. They were going to miss a day in history. The downfall of this dynasty, and a new one to take its place. He didn't have to kill all the ravens. He could enslave them. And enslave the toads too. All the animals would worship him as a god. For he had once been a god. They would willingly give him their blood and their souls. And the world would change. Would become familiar again.
Yeah, but I'm turning into the old god, aren't I now? Ooh, let's not stop this pain train.
Well, he'd always wanted to do that.
Don't stop me now. Let's see. More energy, lovely. Can we get it? Oh, first time's a charm. Yep, again, someone's been through here and broken all the furniture. Who's doing this? Is there like some secret hero who's gonna stop me from becoming a villain right at the end? Is Lapino back from the dead? Oh god, can the Emperor do that? Can he raise the dead?
Was glowing with dark power. Already the sun had dimmed. He could do anything, he realized. He could wrap the island safely in smoke again. He was beyond a hero. He was going to become a god again. How odd, he thought, that the Iblis stone had nothing to say about any of this.
Because it is saying all of this.
No matter. Once he killed this petty toad emperor, he would bring back the Black Sun.
My Christ. this thing heavily
It
improves
was a
your
bit
combat
windy
capabilities.
up here.
Oh wow! Whoops! A bit of an embarrassing miss there, dude. Kind of an embarrassing point for a god, you know? Holy jeez! Holy jeez! Awesome style now. Go on, fire your cannons. See what they'll do. Pathetic! You can't stop Captain Iblis! That sounds wrong. Iblis Man! No. We need a supervillain name. Dr. Iblis! No.
Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Funny that this whole war had come about because the Emperor feared death. And now it was coming for him. There was some sort of lesson there, wasn't there?
What about the Iblisator? No. The Iblisinator? No. Doomsday! Let's go with that. Yes! Doomsday's here for you, buddy! Purple glow of doom! Yes! Of doom! Everything is now of doom! Yes! Oh, buddy, I love this. Reynardo, you are the greatest supervillain there's ever been. I mean, we've already established you absolutely suck as a hero regardless. So being a villain, well, why not? Can't be a hero, might as well be a villain. Maybe that's what happened to Bowser. Maybe that's why he self-identifies as the bad guy. I mean, who self-identifies as the bad guy? This guy. Anybody?
He found the Emperor and the Council huddling by his ship, plotting. They saw him and cowered before him.
Back to hell, fiend.
Croaked the Emperor desperately.
In the name of the Transcendent Emperor.
Croaked the speaker. They held some arcane items he didn't recognize.
Okay.
He simply flexed his will and sucked their souls out of their bodies.
Jesus.
And Iblis exulted. It is finished. And the void that had been a mere stone on a sword expanded.
Oh, wow.
Stretched and ripped like a vast womb. And a gaze black and pitiless as the sun passed through the void into the land.
Ooh, yeah.
So time ended. He should go back to some of the choices he'd faced before. Maybe there were new paths that had opened up. Like those doors he was opening up all over the map that took him to new treasures and around his enemies. But he'd learned another true thing. The Iblis Stone was evil. It would try to corrupt anyone who used it.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We found the truth, ladies and gentlemen. New story, The Awakening. Reward, we leveled up. Yay! That's definitely what we needed. The Iblis Stone corrupts anyone who uses it. Reward 2 levels. Wow. Oh, damn. Okay. I am on board with this. Let's read the story before we close out the episode as usual. The Iblis Stone. It promised great power in exchange for royal blood, and Reynardo did not hesitate to give in to the stone's demands. As his sword pierced Zenobia, the Emperor's daughter, Reynardo felt a surge of power. From there it was smooth sailing. The stone whispered, and Reynardo butchered. And as the death toll grew, so did his ambition. When he finally met the Royal Council, his sights were on the throne itself, but the rebels had no desire for another tyrant. Big mistake. After a little bit of slaughter, Reynardo assaulted the Imperial fleet alone. As he delivered the final blow to the Emperor, the Iblis Stone exulted. Its task was fulfilled, a lost god had returned, and time ended. What kind of hero are you? A hero who fully embraces power, who transcends being a hero. and who dares to become a god. Well then, what's this then? 4 out of 4 truths unlocked. So, there is a way. Huh. Well, I'm going to exit and try and head to the intro. And I guess we find out what he says on the way out.
The book's pages fluttered to the beginning once again. Faster than before? And he fell. The clouds parted
Over the Isles of Boreas.
It was time to choose.
Right, yes.
Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Reynardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. And he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
Oh! There's a new thing. Well then, we'll have to find out what that is next time on Stories, the Path of Destinies. Cue the end card. Go. Thank you very much for watching, audience. I have been the Over-Englishman. This has been Stories, the Path of Destinies. Please never forget to take a moment to caress the subscribe button like a mustache. It grows this channel and community as a whole. To leave a like, a comment if you so choose, and check out some of these beautiful people listed here. Love you all, and farewell!